Hi, it's just me, Miss Nana, and today I'm going to be making a strawberry cake just in time for Valentine's Day. So for the cake, you're going to need a cake mix, some strawberry jello, some frozen strawberries, and syrup, some eggs, some vegetable oil, and some water. So what I'm going to do is take my cake mix and put it in a large bowl, put my jello, and that is a 3-ounce box of jello. And then I'm going to add my 4 eggs. Next, I'm going to add 1/4 cup of water and 1/2 cup of vegetable oil. And now I'm going to take my frozen strawberries in syrup and I'm going to blend them up into a nice puree. And then I'm just going to add 1 cup of that into my cake mix or cake batter, whatever you want to call it. And then I'm just gonna blend it up, and there it is. And please excuse the shaky camera movement. I'm trying to cook and record at the same time, and it's not going so well, but so bear with me. Now I'm going to pour my cake mix into 2 9-inch round pans, but before I can do that I have to make sure my cake doesn't stick. So I have these really old pans, and I'm in desperate need of some new ones, but I haven't gotten around to getting them yet. So what I do is take some vegetable oil, put it on a paper towel, and I smear that into the bottom and sides of the cake pans, like so. And next I'm going to take some flour and I'm going to pour it into the cake pans, and I'm going to swirl the flour around the cake pans, the bottom and the sides, and coat it really well to make sure that the cake batter does not stick once I pour the batter in there, like so. So I'm just going to swirl around, making sure I get all of the sides. And you see I'm missing a spot at the bottom, so I'm going to make sure I get that in just a second. Yeah. And then I'm going to take the excess flour that's in there, and I'm going to just dump it into the next cake pan and do the same thing. And this is a nice alternative if you don't have any new pans and you don't have any of that wax paper to put at the bottom. So I'm just going to pour the cake mix in there, put it in the oven at 350 degrees for 20 minutes. So now it's time for the icing. For the icing, you're going to need some cream cheese, some butter, some more of that puree, some strawberry extract, and some powdered sugar. So you're going to take a stick of butter, make sure it's soft, your cream cheese, of course, some more of that puree, that's 1/2 cup of puree, and then 1/2 teaspoon of strawberry extract. And do y'all hear my son back there? He is acting a fool. Those terrible tools to get you. But anyway, so now I'm just gonna blend that all up until it's nice and creamy. And now I'm gonna add my 7 cups of powdered sugar. And it sounds like a lot, and it is a lot, but hey, that's what the recipe calls for, so that's what I'm going to do. So I'm just gonna pour that in and blend and pour and blend until it's all nice and creamy and smooth. Okay, so there it is, all nice and creamy and smooth. And so there are my cakes. They're fresh out of the oven. They was in there for, like I said, 20 minutes, and I poked the knife in there to see if they were done, and they were. I'm just gonna run the knife around the sides of it, and I'm gonna take my spatula and scoop the rest of the cake out. As you see, I've already done it and, you know, coated the first layer with icing, and I'm just gonna stick the second layer on top. And I know my cake is looking a little lopsided, but hey, it happens. And I'm just gonna smooth on my icing. Yeah, it is looking a little crooked, but hey, that's what happens when you make homemade cake sometimes. And here's the cake all nice and done. Now with this cake, because the icing is cream cheese and it does tend to melt, I tend to keep the cake covered in the refrigerator. And you may not need to use all the icing. I actually don't use all the icing. I actually freeze what I don't use and just use it whenever I need some. But that's my cake, and as always, thanks for watching.